wake up, you know what I'm saying? I never made somebody feel less than because if they were fatter than me or bigger than me or smarter than me or prettier than me, I had to make that away. No, I never teased people because I don't like to be teased. I was big against bullying. I'm not on the bullying thing. But I've always chased money my whole life because growing up in poverty, you always want some money. And then when you get it, you want more. And then when you buy this and you have this and you want more and bigger and better and this and that. So it's like the dream never gets stopped being chased. But if we don't live in the moment, we miss out on experiences. We miss out on just the blessing that is right now. You know, you busy chasing some more. You miss out on what's happening right now. And you got to value what's happening right now.
I go to the gym, I don't have no security, I am free. A lot of people out there that really want to do the right thing, but they put too much on themselves. Like, you get the small stuff, the little things add up to the big thing. Like, you start small and work your way. Like, anybody that would say get into fitness, I start out walking and drinking water. I wouldn't even change my diet. Wherever you at in life right now, you on the right path, you where you supposed to be. Don't rush it. Slow and steady anything. Slow be for sure anything. Fast don't let it. Just you having that attention.
Anything slow is for sure. Anything fast doesn't last. I like that. They always had that book when we was young, the turtle versus the rabbit, and they both racing. We all know that the rabbit gonna win. But come to find out, the turtle went because slow and steady wins the race. And that's a great metaphor in life. You know, don't rush life. Don't rush things. It's on God's time, not your time. And just know that as long as you stay faithful, it's going to be all right. Everything's going to work out for the greater good.
She want to make those changes. Anything that go on in the body is energy. Yeah. We are energy. We can take that energy and translate it and transform it into what we needed to transform into. Right. It's just about knowing. Faith isn't something that you just think and believe. Right. It's that substance in your heart. You know, man, I know I can beat it. This is the first time I can say I've been proud of myself. A lot of my results came from
That's so big. How many of us tell ourselves, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of ourselves, you know. Look in the mirror and say, I'm proud of you. You know, it's been a minute since I said that to myself. You know, I remember when I moved out to Georgia and I ain't had no family out here. I was proud of myself because I knew, like, man, you doing it. Something that my family would have never done. You're doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I was proud of myself. And you just got to always be proud of yourself when nobody else is proud of you. Be proud of yourself because your accomplishments are a big deal for yourself, for your life. That's real.
Beating myself up, being hard on myself. And I guess that was, you know, that was a way of like dealing and working through like a traumatic past. And I just got to the point where I'm able to laugh at myself. I'm back able to stand up and do it from a standing position. You know, you do it on your knees, but I'm able to stand up. I was doing it at first, but I had kind of ripped one of my ab muscles. My body wasn't ready. I was doing it prematurely. So now I'm to the point where I could do it, like standing up. And when I was doing it at the gym, I had kind of like slipped a little bit, and I laughed at myself. Yes, it felt good to be able to laugh at myself and not be embarrassed and not care about what other people think. So for the first time, I really been.
That's big too, not caring about what people think. I've always lived by that motto though, because when I was younger and I was poor, like a lot of people was rocking the J's when I couldn't rock J's. Then when I finally was able to buy me a pair of J's and I felt like I could be part of the in crowd, you know, there was always something people want to talk about. There was always something people was going to say. There was always some girl who didn't like me. You know what I'm saying? So all my life, I've faced that, whether it was because I was light-skinned, because I was pretty, because I had long hair, because they men liked me, because whatever it was always somebody who didn't like me. And so I've had to always put myself to know and not care about what nobody think. because if I care about what people think, it would tear me down. You know, I was watching I Show Speed, and you know, his mishap has caused him to have mental anxiety. So now every time he plays a game, people want to bring it up. Every time he's on live, people's calling him out his name, you know, and it's hurting his mental. And I just had to write him like, listen, you're alive and you just battled something really severe for a whole month. You out the hospital now. Like, don't care about what people say, because people are just here to tear you down. You have to care about God. You know, you have to care about what you think about yourself. Because at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. That's 100.
Like happy, and I've been conscious of what I speak to myself. Like my biggest inspiration, Muhammad Ali. I'm gonna show you how great I am. He suffered. He suffered. They made it hard for him, but he smiled. He found a way to smile through it all. Yeah, he suffered.
Yes, he died doing what he loved. Muhammad Ali. He suffered to be one of the greatest boxers of the world. Yes, he went through a lot just for being black, for being strong. For thinking he was the greatest. He didn't care what nobody thought about him. He was the greatest. In his eyes, he was the greatest. We believed it. He kept saying it, and we ended up believing it. He ended up being the greatest, you know. So, you know, that's another thing, just speaking what you want, you know, manifesting those things. You know, I speak life into me. I speak that I will not lack, that I will not experience pain and suffering, and I will always have my health. You know, those kind of things we got to speak into existence, because the power of the tongue is very real. It's very real. So you have to watch what you say, because the power of the tongue is very real. Shout out to you, Muhammad Ali.
I had doing what he loved, and I had really had put it in my mind, like his music, I love it. I'm gonna die for it. I love it. I can't stop. I die for this. I love it that much. I'm gonna die for it. When a man meets his mission, him and his mission become one. I'm gonna die for this. But when you live in your spirit and in truth, you make all of the wrong people uncomfortable anyway. So hey, I wasn't made for everybody to like. Once you change your perspective, that's when miracles happen. It was a blessing for me. Because I gained a grip.
I wasn't meant for everybody to like. That's a big one. You know, when we have a purpose in life, some people don't believe that that's our purpose. Some people don't even think that we're going to get to our purpose. Some people can't even look to our purpose because it's so past their mind. You know what I'm saying? But if you believe it, you can achieve it. That's for real. You know, I still don't really know my full purpose in life, you know, and sometimes that's hard too, trying to find it, you know, but you know what you're good at, you know what talents God gave you, and just use them and continue to use them until you find some breakthrough or